And we're asking, this comes from a comment that Game said yesterday. We're talking about friends. Do we put too much pressure on our friends? That is the question. You know, things change. You know, at one time, yeah, it was easy. We'd play ball all day long. We'd play video games. You know, we'd go out and hang, go to the clubs and all that. But now, when you get a little older, you know, you got families. There's things to do. Do we put too much pressure on our friends? That is the question. We'll start with you, Justina.
Yes, because some of your friends, you know, they just don't progress with you. They want to stay bums. They still selling regular weed, and you still love them. It's the truth. But you got to love them from afar, because we not selling regular weed no more. Like, we doing different things. And then those people become liabilities, because I have some friends that I love, and I grew up with, but I can't bring them around anymore because I don't know what they're going to do. And then they're a reflection of me. So you got to love them from a distance, not bring them to your industry events. And, you know, it's a space in your heart.
But you are the celebrity of the crew, right? You're on Wild 'N Out. You're doing so many different things. You had a movie. You got records. So when they have events, you are the person they expect to come because they want to show you off to their friends.
Right. And
that's not a real friend then.
And it's like a meet and greet when you think you're going to someone's birthday or like family party. So it's like you got to pick and choose when you do it. You can't do all of them. And if they're really your friend, they're going to understand. And there's a lot of people that don't understand. But like I said, just buy a little ounce of regular weed from them and keep it moving.
Chico?
Yeah, let's not disparage regular weed.
Please.
There's still a market for that out here.
There is definitely a market.
And there's some successful salesmen of regular weed. So salute to those dudes. But I just think people are dependent upon what you bring when you have a certain type of energy. So I never fault people for being upset about not being able to have my presence because I understand the type of energy that I bring to any situation. So I think that we have a responsibility as people who have been given the blessings that we've been given. If somebody is really your friend and somebody you really love them, to sit them down and explain like what comes with this, because they don't understand. They just see what they think is going on. It's times that you have to take the time out to say, hey man, this is the reason why this has to change and this is different and this is different. I think if without doing that, you're just leaving them to their own devices and you're not allowing them to understand what comes with a level of success that most people never reach. Like how many DJ Envy's in your family? Right. How many Charlamagne's in yours? There's only one of those, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when you are that one, it comes with a greater responsibility.
But I will say this, you know, for me, it's not even the money, the celebrity, or the fame. It's more of the family, right? I got 6 kids and a wife. So it's like, it's separating that time. So if somebody has a birthday party or something has somebody, I got to split that time with my kids playing football, my kids playing basketball, or me just trying to be there for my kids. You know, like you said, we are on the road. We're doing shows. Sometimes you're lucky enough where you can take your daughter because it's summertime. She doesn't have school. But the times when we are home, it's like I want to get that time in that I missed. You know what I mean? And sometimes I'll be honest, I don't want to go. I want to spend the time with my wife. I want to spend the time with my kids. That's right. I like seeing the moments of, you know, like this weekend I call my daughter Jailbird, right? This was the first time she broke out of her crib. Like she hopped over the thing and like I was there for that. But if I'd have been on the road I would have missed that. You know what I mean?
Right. So, but that comes with a level of being in the game for a certain amount of time. It's certain things that's never going to impress you anymore because you've been doing this for 30 years. Right. So if you still trying to get the pleasure of being in the club after 30 years, of course you tripping. You know, I'm talking about for that progression, the process of progression throughout your career. You've had to teach people as they go with you. Now, if you 30 years in and it's still somebody mad at you, you don't want to come to the strip club, then that's not your friend. Right. But somebody who understands, you grew them to understand that, hey, I got 6 kids now. Now it's time for me to dedicate myself this direction. Like most people don't understand it if you don't teach them because they don't ever get to the position to be able to do the things that you do being somebody who's successful.
Yeah, I agree with Game for the most part. I agree with most of what he's saying because if you're my friend, you're my friend. But I'm not going to put pressure on you. Like I'm not going to stress you to show up everywhere because you my partner. But you also got to know your friends, right? Like all my people know how I am. Mm-hmm. Folks know I don't like to go out. Okay, you know what I mean? But I do think you have to make time for your real friends. Right. You know what I mean? I have friends that I want to see at least once a month. I like kicking it with them. So, you know, we make sure we get up in politics at least once a month. But I'm also in a blessed position that I have, you know, business with my friends and, you know, I work with my friends and like, you know, we end up in a lot of the same spaces. Like even last night going out to the Book of Hove thing, my best friend, my wife is with me, but then like, it's like Angela Rye is there, and, you know, Tamika Mallory is there. Like these are my people, my son is there, he's my partner. So it was good that all of us could get together for moments like that.
And you've upgraded your circle, you know what I mean? You've upgraded the circle of people that you're able to operate with. Most people don't, that's what I'm saying, they don't have the access that you have. So if you upgrade your friends, like all of us in here have the same level of access depending on where we are. Most people that come with you only gonna have that access if you're there.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you got to
That's
be
real.
able to help your friends upgrade their access. You know what I mean? And I think that comes with that level of training throughout the time.
But I also like, even with my friends, I like to invite them to my crib. And the reason why I'm my friend, because now everything's at my crib. I got my kids here. I got my wife. You bring your kids. Now it's family. We can sit there. We can drink. We ain't got to worry about getting home. We ain't got to worry about what happens out there. And we could just enjoy. You know?
Hey, baby.
You could do both.
We're going to DJ Envy house. He just invited us. That's what it is. We get to come to his house and
That's
see
right.
how he live it.
Come on through.
We can buy some bracelets as an entry fee, but we going.
At the door.
Hello, who's this?
It's Gary here from Houston.
What's up, brother? Talk to us. We're talking about do we put too much pressure on our friends?
Yeah, I think a lot of it got to do with like females, because I've been seeing female friend groups break up over birthdays.
I done seen that a lot.
Friends I've been with, a lot of my guy friends I've been with since high school, we probably see each other like, every once in a while, but it's not really that important to us. We know we got things to do. But females, yeah.
Is that true,
They
Justina?
take that real serious.
So listen, Justina, if you got homegirls and they don't repost your Maxim cover, do you feel like they not your friends?
No, it's all good. Listen, I think you got to accept people for who they are and how much they could give you. You know what I mean? Because everyone's not the same. So, you can reciprocate the energy or just know who that person is. But females with their birthdays, yes, a lot of them are crazy. If you miss a birthday event, like, you are out of their friend circle. I don't know why females are like that. I'm not like that. I'm the type I like to celebrate other people, but some females don't play about that. I've seen girls not speak to other girls that was like one of their besties because they couldn't make it to a birthday trip, which is crazy.
They do
Yeah,
get
they don't
serious.
play with
They
that.
don't
I
play
see
with
people
the
get mad for
birthday.
not posting, like not posting a friend on a birthday, or not
Yeah.
posting a Maxim cover, or not posting an event. I see
Right.
that before.
But I can understand where
It's
that
not-
comes from too, because most people, the most exciting time of their year is their birthday. That's the only day.
That is all about
like,
them,
For
yeah.
real, that's the only day that they get celebrated, and then it's about them. Like, their life is horrible, except but
For that,
this is
they
the only
don't
time
play.
I get to be excited and people are happy to be around me, and you kind of forced to be happy to be around somebody on their birthday. So when it's like a birthday trip and somebody, or birthday dinner, and somebody be like, I'm good, now you really don't got to deal with me because you don't rock with me the rest of the year anyway.
Yeah.
And you miss my birthday dinner. So that's why I think people get mad at that, because most people get their happiness on their birthday,
I ain't gonna lie.
weekends and
So
birthdays.
listen, what if your friend call you and says happy birthday and pours into you? Wouldn't you rather that than the public display of affection on social media?
No.
Or do you
No,
rather
the
have
public
both?
People
display.
want the public display more than
crazy.
anything
Yeah,
else.
that
They don't
doesn't
even
make any
care if you
sense to
call
me
them. They
either.
just want you to show it publicly.
Let's
Most people.
talk about it some more when we come back. And I don't really do the birthday dinners because I know that trick, right? That's the trick. Like, yo, Envy!
yeah.
Hit
all
a
the way.
bill.
Hit a bill.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
All the
Now,
way.
800-585-1051. Do we put too much pressure on our friends? Call us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're asking, do we put too much pressure on our friends? Now, this comes from the game. The game left a comment, and I'm going to read some of it. Thought it was pretty interesting.
Who read better, you or Just Hilarious? Or should I say who read worse?
Jess Larris. I still love Jess, though.
I love Jack's accent. Like when she
Y'all need to-
We're gonna
That
do-
need to be a segment. Who raised their hand on the Breakfast Club, and just get people to call in and read out loud? That'd be crazy.
Who raised that?
Who raised
Shout out to
their
Donnell
hand?
Rollins, Ashley Larry. I used to bet him every morning, and I was like, if you can read this sentence or this paragraph without messing up, I'll give you $100, and I would win every morning.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah, we need to do that. That need to be a good segment.
And he's stalling
Who raised
now,
their
though.
hand?
He's stalling because he had to read over it a couple times.
Now I had to
He
pull it
messed
up. Now the game said y'all put too much pressure on friends. We are all grown now. If a friend can't make it, they can't make it. If you ain't talked
coming.
to your friend in 2 weeks, that's okay.
It's coming.
If they got to sit you out to
Give me the finger. Who raised
Why
their
are we
hand?
reading like this?
Coming up next, we got Charlamagne the God giving it a shot on who raised their hand.
Let's
That's
go.
right.
Hey, you read it. Hey, I'm gonna give it to you.
Hold on.
No, I'm gonna give it to you. Yeah. You read
Where
it.
is it? Let me see. Y'all put too much pressure on friends. We are all grown now. If a friend can't make it, they can't make it. If you ain't talked to your friend in 2 weeks, that's okay. If they got to sit out your birthday festivities because money funny, that's okay. We grown now. Got kids, husbands, boyfriends, wives, girlfriends, careers. It's just not enough time in the day to give your man, kids, customers, clients, work friends, siblings, etc. 100% and still be mentally stable. We are at an age now where it's when we see each other, when we do, be present and love on each other during that time. My mother is an English teacher.
Well, you bodied
Ladies and gentlemen, and the winner of Who Raised Their Hand is Charlamagne.
I am a New York Times best-selling author,
And
sir.
even even your inflections were just perfection.
That's somebody to get paid to read ads right there. That's what that is.
Well, let's
Yeah,
go
that
to the
was
phone
nice.
lines. We got Kiera. Good morning, Kiera. Hello?
Hello?
Hey. What's your thoughts? Do you put too much pressure on your friends?
You're supposed to. You're really supposed to. People let people off too easy these days, Envy. And that's why everybody turning out so selfish. I can't tell you how many favors, how many things I do for people. They need to reciprocate that. It's
I get
true.
it. That's
Real
different.
friends, if there's a gap, 1 month, 2 weeks, you know, we all cool, we fine. I'm in Miami. I can hit up my girlfriends in New York when I feel like it anytime, and it's all cool. But you have people, and I call them vampire leeches. They like to come, suck everything from you, and they don't give nothing back. Thousands of hours counseling people on the phone.
Now, what if I paid you to
Me
suck
and
me?
my kids. Huh?
Nothing.
What? What you say?
No, me and my kids and everything help everybody out. But when it's time, no, they don't turn up. People need to turn up. That's why everybody's so selfish these days.
I do agree with her. You do have to reciprocate. Like, you know, if this person has shown up to your birthday
For
party
sure.
or this person has, you know, hit you up to say happy birthday or whatever, you should reciprocate that. That's the least you can do.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's up? My name is Stefan.
Hey, Stefan. Good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing today?
Good. You put too much pressure on your friends?
Man, I used to when I was younger, but as I got older, you know, I kind of realized everybody had their own life, and I had to stop looking through my own eyes, not to be empathetic in this situation.
All right. Well, what's the moral of the story, guys? What we ending this out? How we closing this out?
I mean, I think the moral of the story is just reciprocate the energy, right? Like, you should match energies with your friend.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I mean?
I think if you're busy enough with your own life, you understand the next person when they can't make it to an event. So,
That's right.
you know, those friends that get upset like that, they probably are not in the same space or place as you. So, you know.
Yeah,
Well,
you just,
Justina Chico, is there somebody you got mad at for not posting your Maximum Cover, Chico? There's somebody that didn't repost 85 South Show on Netflix?
No, I reposted it.
Not at all. I can care less. Like, that little one back there makes sure I stay in pocket on what's important. So I really don't care about what anybody else thinks. As long as she cool. I think having children changes you in that regard. Like, that's the opinion that matters. You know, if you're a friend, that's a little different than having somebody who you're responsible for and who you're obligated to. So that's what I dedicate most of my energy to. So anybody who can't figure and fit in around that ain't a friend to me anyway. So it makes it easier to be able to identify what matters and who don't post me or who don't say happy birthday and who don't appreciate my accomplishments don't matter. Because to me, as long as she with whatever I got going on, I'm good.
I will say this. I think I speak to my true circle of friends every day.
Same.
Every day, somebody, you know, good morning, yo, you
For the
good?
most
Just
part.
checking up
Yeah.
on you or whatever. Maybe we in a group chat. I speak to them every day.
At least a text.
At least a text.
Yeah.
Not,
But
maybe
is
not on the
text
phone,
is
but at
something-
least
Is
a
that
text.
necessary though for
No,
friendship?
not
Is
for
that
me.
what,
No, it's
would
not
that-
necessary,
If
but
y'all
it's-
stop
it's-
talking tomorrow every day, would that change the dynamic of y'all friendship?
No,
then
but-
that's what I think we need to leave it at. You know, if you really are friends and it's somebody you really love, then it doesn't matter if the communication stops. You can stop communicating for months or years, but whenever we come back in, it's like we never left.
That's
That's
how I
true
feel.
friendship.
That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. Ask a real quick question, right, for the parents. Should our children be our friends? Because you know they always say your children shouldn't be your friends. But
Yes.
Like the older my oldest daughter gets, she's 15 now. That's my little partner. You know what I mean?
Man,
Like,
man, listen.
My daughter, my son, my friends.
Man, my daughter is my partner. I understand you can't be, in my opinion, you can't be, you know, naive to the reality of the fact that these kids have access to way more information than we did. It was much more difficult for our parents to be friends with us because of the world that we lived in and the lack of information that we had. Now, being dishonest with your children the way that you had to kind of be dishonest with us when we were growing up. You can't do that because all they're going to do is pick the phone up and to see that you full of
That's right.
stuff.
Right.
That's right.
I quote myself. You see it?
That's right.
All the way. So I think that it is possible to be friends. Now, you can't, let your kids look at you as somebody that they can be friendly with all the time. Now, you got to have a level of respect there. But I want my daughter to be comfortable to talk to me as though she would talk to one of her buddies.
Absolutely.
Because I want that information to come to me first so I can help her navigate through whatever the world has for her that I've already experienced that she hasn't. So I want to be my kid's
I love
friend.
trolling my oldest daughter. We be playing the pause game. You know what I'm saying? Because this generation isn't that far removed.
You play the
You know what I
pause
mean?
game with your 14-year-old
Because they do it.
Yeah, they do
Like
it.
the same way Logan want to be in the group chat with us, his son.
Yeah, my son want to be. He was like, "Yeah, put me." I'm like, "I'm not putting you in the group chat with me and Charlamagne."
Hey, Logan, you do not want to see what your father and this man talk about, son. You do not want to see the pictures and stuff they send to each other, Logan.
waiting.
Stay out of there. Stay out of the matrix.
All right, when we come back, we got Pastor Aux. Nyla will be joining us, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up. In the morning. The Breakfast Club.